Hi, are you struggling with your online courses being a little boring? Well, in this lesson, we're learning all about H5P. It's a technology that makes your online courses a little more fun, a little more engaging. Students learn a lot faster and a lot more. Hi, I'm Angel from RT Course Experts, and we help creative online course teachers with their tech. In this lesson, we're learning all about H5P technology. What is it, why use it, how to use it, and then we'll go over an example, and finally we'll summarize all our top tips. What is it? It's a component technology that lets you add fun and engaging elements to your online courses. So you add this H5P thing to your system, and then you just like kind of a menu, you drag and drop these extra little goodies into your system, and then your courses become interactive. They start moving. What is it? Well, H5P is this component technology. Basically, you're adding these tech components to your online courses, and instead of just being straight up text or just straight up videos or slides, you can now add these interactive elements. Why would you use H5P? Well, interactivity helps many students have much more fun while learning and applying content faster. So it's not as boring, they're getting feedback, they're learning step by step, it's a little more fun, they're solving problems, and they're leveling up at their own pace. Why use it? Well, interactivity helps students have more fun while learning and applying content faster. It's not passive, it's not boring. They're learning, they're testing, they're gaming, they're doing all these little steps to learn instead of just being drowned in information. So let's get into the how-to guide, first from the teacher's point of view of integrating and then actually using the different content types. So H5P actually means 5 package. So it's a component, right? It's this module, this widget that you add to a part of your online course. So there's these different kinds of things, and we'll get into that in a second. In order to get your LMS, your online course working with HP, you're going to need some sort of integration or a plugin. Underneath it's this HTML, so it's going to work on almost any browser, right? Mobile, tablets, desktops, but you just got to make sure that it's integrated with the system so that you as an author, you can go ahead and access all the H5P different kinds of content types. So once you have H5P working on your system, you're going to see a bunch of different content types, and we'll get into them in a second. So things like quizzes or drag and drop, image match to images, etc. So once you add a particular thing like a quiz, you're then going to configure it. So you drag and drop the quiz, and then you add items like here are the questions, here are the answers, and you configure it. Or hey, let me upload images for each of the different types of things in maybe my flashcards or puzzles. So you're dragging and dropping the basic components, the type of interactive elements, and then you go and you configure that interactive element. And remember, interactive is just so much better than passive, so remember, interactive is so much better than passive. You're gonna fall asleep, you're gonna just hear somebody, talking head for 15 minutes at a time. Getting interactive every 5, 10, 15 minutes with some, even just clicking a mouse to go to the next section of a PowerPoint or the next video, that is better than just being there and just being a zombie on some online course. Even if you're interested, it's just way better to introduce interactive in your online courses. Gamification is going to make it fun, right? They're going to start getting scores. Hey, you got 7 out of 10 right. Or let's see if you learned this right, and great job, you got it, awesome, right? 100%. So just adding gamification, adding interactivity to your online courses, especially for us creators. So some of the different content types you can add there's a whole bunch of different content types, but some of them could include quizzes, hotspots, right? Where you move the mouse or you touch something and some pop-up information shows up, or maybe it's a picture. Interactive presentations, so instead of just a slide deck that's at a timed rate, they're actually choosing to go to the next section, the next lesson, the next module. Videos that have embedded quizzes in them, or flashcards or memory games that not only have words, but can have pictures or videos or an audio. You can do stuff with timelines, right? So there's a handful of images that are there, 5 images, which comes first, and what is the right order of those things. And again, for us creative teachers, it could be used for lots of different fun stuff to make learning a lot more fun instead of just explaining what we need for our students. And you could do some really advanced stuff, virtual 360 graphics, right? A whole tour. It could be a tour of a place, like a music studio, or it could be a tour of a specific device, like maybe all around a sewing machine. So lots of different options there that you can do with these interactive elements that you can add to your online courses. Now let's check out an example. So in this example, we're going to add interactivity to a maker course. So let's just say it's a maker course about cricket. My wife loves her cricket, always making all sorts of cool stuff at home. And let's just say you have a course teaching cricket stuff, and there's these tools, right? This happens in a lot of our different industries, where there's tools, and at the different levels, especially intermediates, those students need to learn their toolbox for that creative trade. So in this case, we have these cricket tools. We've just taught them. Maybe we went over a lesson that went over each of the tools. And at the end of that, we're going to just check them out, and they could try out to see if they know the names of all the tools. So we could show a picture that has the tools and their number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can have maybe a drag and drop column. So you have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got these names, scissors, tweezers, spatula, weeding, scraper, right? So you have these tools, and with pictures, you have these words, and students could drag and drop. They could be interactive. They could be sounds. They could be colors, green for good, and pink or red or orange for try again. Lots of different fun things that we can do as creative teachers with these interactive tools, right? Even with this one simple tool, you can use it in a variety of different ways to make your courses a lot more engaging and interactive and fun, instead of just listening to talking head, and then you swivel chair, you start looking at your toy or whatever it is that you're trying to do, the art pad or whatever. You haven't even started. So this sort of gives the students those baby steps to start building the confidence, so that when the time comes that they're ready to start doing that thing, they've already got a little bit of engagement going. So H5P is going to make learning fun, adds a lot of value to your online courses. It's not available in every platform, but now you've heard of it, be on the lookout, and little by little, you'll start adding these different. So let's summarize. H5P, HTML5 package. It's these little HTML elements. Think of it like a website where you have like a button and a calendar, but instead of you're adding these different little basic elements, they're quizzes and games and flashcards that you can add to your online courses. Once you add it, you then specify the data. What's the text? What's the images, etc. And now your online course comes alive. Not every system supports it, but little by little, H5P will start being available, and now you know all about it. And anytime you can make your online courses a little more interactive, that's a good thing. Whether it's chunking your images, chunking your decks, adding quizzes, or really going ahead and adding some fun stuff where they can touch and see pop-ups and stuff happens on a timer, and all these different things that can make online courses a lot more fun. So now you're a lot smarter on H5P and how to make your online courses interactive.
To learn more, check out the info and links in the notes. If you're loving this stuff, subscribe to keep leveling up your creative business. And if you need any tech help with your courses, community, or teacher website, visit www.rtcourseexperts.com. Thanks for hanging out. Let's stay in touch.